Okay, in this video I'm going to try and draw Kevin Hart. Now I drew him a couple of times before we started this video and I kind of messed up both of those times. So if I mess up this time, we'll just laugh about it and call it practice. How about that? So I'm looking for the silhouette of the shape of his face, and that's it. Now we'll start drawing with this smaller marker. First thing I notice is that what's different about him is his eyebrow and nose shape, which is called the T shape. And I'm going to point that out a little more once I draw it in better. We'll start off. Notice when he smiles, his eyes shrink a little bit and squint. So we're going to draw his eyes kind of small. And this is another way you can do dark eyes, is just add the highlight and just ink the whole thing in. Now there's a wrinkle under here, just add it. Now the eyebrow is very unique. I'm looking at the shape of it and the negative space underneath it. This. That's not exact, but that'll do. Here's like the edge of the nose, the edge of the nose on the other side. Now this eye is slightly different shape, even though he's looking right at the camera. It tilts in. In other words, it's tilted instead of being straight across like this, it's tilted like this a little bit. The eye lid is very close to the eye opening. And those lines seem straight and angular to me. I will draw another little eye in there. You can even put two highlights. And then the wrinkle underneath the eye. And when you're drawing a man, you can draw more wrinkles. And it's not going to make them look bad. It may actually make them look more chiseled. And now the other side. And this one actually goes up a little higher. So I'm going to exaggerate that. Put some little lines in here. Okay, now the nose. It's closer to the eyes than average, and it's wider. See, on the average eye, the nostrils, if you follow a line from the edge of the nostrils all the way up, it will come to the inside edge of the eye. His nostrils are a little past that, so that immediately tells you can make this wider. And it will look good. So, like I said, I messed up the last two times I drew him, and so I'm a little nervous I'm going to mess up again on video, but here we go. Now the bottom shape of his nose, I don't know what you call it, but this bottom shape between the nostrils is actually smaller than the nostrils, which on some faces it's the opposite. The nostrils are wide and then round like that. Wide and then round. And his nose is kind of turned down because you can't see inside the nostril. when you're looking straight onto his face. Then I'm drawing a tiny little line there just to show where the bulb of the nose is. There's a couple wrinkles coming out. So when I was talking about the T shape, this is what I'm talking about. The eyes and nose, it makes a T shape. Okay, now we're drawing a wrinkle coming out here, the smile line. And he has a big smile, so we may try to exaggerate that a little. And this is like the inside of the lip. And if you look close, it's slightly twisted this way. I mean, I could exaggerate that more, but probably not going to on this drawing. And that is the fold of the bottom lip. There's kind of a shelf under here, maybe. And the teeth. He's got big teeth, so I'm going to make them even bigger. And I'm sort of looking at the line where the teeth, the bottom line of the top teeth. And I'm just going to try to match it. But I'm matching it in a much exaggerated smile shape, so it's going to hopefully look a little exaggerated. There's the incisor. Two front teeth. This tooth that's always beside the front teeth, and then always the next one out is the incisor, which is the sharp one. That's in almost everyone's mouth. Some more teeth there, and now we're gonna just suggest where it's coming out of the gums. We're not gonna complete the line, because if I complete the line, it'll make him look like he has gaps between his teeth. And as the teeth curl back into the mouth, these lines get closer because of perspective. On the other side. And I'm also going to darken this to just show some shadow. And now we're just going to draw some shapes for the bottom teeth. I could color that in, but I'm just going to leave it like that. Now I'm kind of getting a framework here for the beard. That just helps me so I don't get lost. And when I draw the beard in, you're not going to notice that. I'm going to finish these smile lines. Okay, now I notice he has a thin mustache and it's actually touching his nose. Those are the kind of things I'm looking for when I'm drawing somebody's face. Is this shape touching another shape? And so in this case, that mustache is actually touching his nose here in the middle. And noticing those things gives me a distinction of what to look for while I'm drawing. Okay, that's enough with this little marker, except he has a little brow, like a little fold of the brow where the muscles up here. He may even have like a little wrinkle here. We could add that. Okay. Switch to the big marker. Here we go. I'm starting this line here at the hairline. Can't see this side of his face very well in this photo because it's in shadow. And then the hairline. It's at this point that I keep thinking that it doesn't really look like him. But even if it doesn't, it's still practice. And just like you may have heard me mention before, you have to do 1,000 bad drawings. And every once in a while you run across a drawing, not a drawing, but a face that is sort of like what I call like kryptonite. Like a face that's really hard to get the likeness. And for some reason, you draw one person's face and it's super easy. It looks exactly like them. You draw another person's face and you see their face and you just can't wait to draw it. And then you draw it and it doesn't look nothing like them. And you don't know why. And you draw it again and again. And still it doesn't look like them. And that's what I call a kryptonite face. But what happens is, the more times you experience that and try to draw your way through it, the less time it happens. And then, without knowing it, you're getting better and better subconsciously. I can see his ear on this side. Here's his jacket and lapel from his jacket. And once again, I can see that this, to me, it doesn't really look like him. But I'm not going to give up. Like I said, I know the more time, every time I run into a face that's hard for me to draw, and if I keep drawing my way through it, I'm going to get better and better. And then when it comes time, like I'm drawing at a party or I'm drawing a commission for someone, all that energy that's stored up from struggling with difficult faces will come out and give me a good drawing. So that's my drawing for today. And I did try to draw him again because I didn't quite like the likeness on my drawing. And that happens to everyone. That's why you have to keep drawing no matter what. Because I have made my decision, and that is I am going to never give up and keep trying to get better at drawing for the rest of my life. And if you also want to get better, then we can learn together. Check out the tutorials page. The link is in the description. And have a great day. I plan on drawing this guy a few more times after the video is over and try to improve it. There's a link in the description to a tutorial page on my website where you can sign up for my email list, and you'll be notified first when I come out with books and courses. Thank you.